Revelation 4464 from the 18th of October 1948. Proof of truth of the Word. Response from God through Mediator. You are always free to ask me where you are troubled by doubts. I hear you and will also answer you. But leave it up to me in which form I want to give you the answer. Only believe that I will give it to you. Consequently, evaluate my answer by not rejecting it but paying attention to it. Again and again I speak to you and try to win you over through my word. I try to make everything understandable to you and am never impatient because of your unwillingness, yet I often encounter contradiction because you stick to your preconceived opinion despite better knowledge and therefore don't need an answer either because you give it to yourselves. Yet I still reserve an answer for myself which will convince you, yet then you will no longer have the advantage for your soul from the conviction which you could gain if you believed without the evidence. How do you want to have the answer that it would be acceptable to you despite your will to reject it? Only I myself can give it to you and do so through the mediation of a person who receives my word directly. If you listen to him, you hear me myself. If my word does not apply through his mouth, you are unteachable and would not believe either if I were to confront you with a miracle. You forget that I cannot reveal myself to you directly as long as you are not deeply religious. You have to consider everything possible, only then can you also be honored by a direct revelation from me, for then it will no longer be a spiritual coercion for you. To gain faith through an extraordinary sign would be of no use to you. On the other hand, you can acquire faith if you live according to my will. Every person can believe as soon as he loves. Then the word itself will speak to him, then he will not need any evidence for the truth of the word. Moreover, the human being should only look around him. He should draw comparisons between the people who acknowledge my word from above and those who reject it. Then they will be able to perceive a distance, if they consider the connection with me, to what extent it is form or life. And he will have to admit that those who believe in my word from above are far more serious about following my will, that they live a spiritually directed life because they feel me in the word, and my nearness will never remain without impression, and therefore success can also be recorded. My word speaks for itself. Anyone who does not believe my word has not yet received it with his heart but only with his intellect. But the latter will not feel my presence, but the heart will, which will also instruct you and answer every question, every doubt, because I myself take abode in the heart and speak to you. And you will always be able to hear me if you believe deeply and steadfastly, for I will remain with you until the end. Amen.